Hello and welcome back to my channel, and I haven't done a video for a while and didn't really want to do this one, but I think I should point this out to other people who might want to buy this book. As you can see, there's a fantastic illustration on the cover, but as the old saying goes, never judge a book by the cover. This, for what it is very expensive. Sorry about the shadow, but I can't help that, I'm afraid. The first thing you notice about this as soon as you get it out of the envelope is how cheap it is. This cover curls as soon as you get it out. There's nothing you can do about that. And for the price paid, this should have been a hardback, really. I consider this a complete rip-off. Nice illustration, but that's as far as it goes, really. So the author has decided to Photoshop a lot of the images, and they are quite bad. As you can see, this one, I think he's just put in some feet here. Didn't exist in the original picture, but it's the title page. I'll let that go. There's a picture of the author in a very famous setting. If you've seen The Big Boss, you'll know. And there we have an introduction, 50 years of Bruce Lee, and as a photoshopped composite, it's not bad. I don't mind it, but what we'll find with most of these images, they are printed very soft, and a lot of them are very dark. As you can see, there's pixelation around here. I think the author has used a lot of DNR to try and hide bits, but overall it's not very good. Bruce Lee's grave and Brandon Lee's gravestone as well. A typical digital looking image. It's not bad, but it's not brilliant. Various pictures of Bruce Lee throughout his years. Not a bad selection, and they look pretty good. There's a Bruce Lee filmography, which as far as I'm aware is quite accurate. Other stuff in this book is not. Then we have the list of years for his martial arts films. Not a bad design. Then we get into The Big Boss. Now, as you can see, another composite picture, but it's the frontispiece to this film, so you know, overall it's not bad. This one, again, rather dark, not quite there for me. And this one, as you can see, another composite image. We have the Big Boss here, who obviously wasn't in this frame originally. Bruce Lee's been incorporated into this, but as you can see, he's sort of floating. He's tried to put in shadows to make it look like he's actually there. Doesn't work. Not a bad layout. I'm not sure if that's the name of that character. I'd have to check that out. But some nice information there, if it's correct. And this is where it starts to go wrong. Nice selection of pictures from The Big Boss and behind the scenes. This one that I've ringed in red says Bruce Lee, James Tien and Mary Yi took promotional photographs for The Big Boss. We actually have Nora Meow, Bruce Lee and possibly Maria Yi there. So that's a no-no. These deleted scenes, horrible blurring out there, not needed. Think they're pretty accurate. Might be one or two discrepancies, but a nice sort of feature to have for that. And here we have the Big Boss movie posters collection. As with all the rest of the films, these aren't all movie posters. There is different physical media, VHS, DVD and Blu-ray. You know, these are Blu-ray covers. That I think was something done by Stripey, who's got a brilliant channel. So not really movie poster collection, but a nice selection of artwork anyway. Another composite picture, and the last scene. Well, it's not really the last scene. As you can see, it's two images put together, but I don't mind that one. It does give a flavour of the film. Fist of Fury, again, pretty dark, soft printing on that picture, and this is an awful composite. The sign torn in half, Bruce floating, this guy floating as well, awful shadow, not very good, and again a very soft image. Synopsis, fairly good this time, and nice character images. Behind the scenes, nothing untoward there, I think. Fist of Fury movie poster collection, again not just movie posters, but a nice selection of images. Another bizarre composite, doesn't work for me. And the final fight, well, I don't know what's going on here, especially with this dude. Really bad, do not like that at all. And this iconic image, he's decided to superimpose Bruce Lee over Bruce Lee. It's in the crease, so you can't really see it. Horrendous. Then we go on to the Way of the Dragon. Another one with Bruce Lee in the crease, and another composite image that really doesn't work. Again, with the two dudes. No. There we have a synopsis and the characters, not too bad, actually fairly well printed, and Way of the Dragon behind the scenes pictures, most of those alright, apart from this one here where it says Choi Han Jin was the head of Hapkido. This guy is one in sick, so another miscaptioned picture. Way of the Dragon movie posters, nice selection, fairly well printed, not bad. Another composite, and a really bizarre composite there. Don't know what's going on here, awful. Fairly standard image, but there's something not right about that. And it is very soft in the image quality. Don't like it at all. Enter the Dragon. Got the three main protagonists there. Bruce Lee again on the crease. That's just weird. Again, a very strange composite. This is the bit where Bruce Lee kicks O'Hara. And here we can see these gentlemen here, including Jim Kelly, sat there. Not part of the original image. John Saxon, Bolo Young, and O'Hara, the man he's just about to kick in this image, who should be over here. Very strange. And this is the first of the synopsis that goes a bit weird. It does say, meanwhile, Han's personal bodyguard, Al Jihada, is the remorseless killer responsible for Lee's sister. Well, that was O'Hara. And a bit later on it goes, he's sent out fighters around the world together, including debt-ridden Bob. Who? The only Bob I know is Bob Wall, who plays O'Hara. The debt-ridden character is Roper, played by John Saxon. So that's a bit weird. And here we have behind the scenes for Enter the Dragon. This panel here, on location in Hong Kong, December 1972. April 73. Bruce Lee, John Saxon, director Robert Klaus and cinematographer Gilbert Hubbs were all present. Well, they might be, but there's no John Saxon in either of those images. And the Enter the Dragon, oh no, Game of Death, no, actually Enter the Dragon. So a big boo-boo there. At a guess, I would say this has not been proofread. Don't like that. Why he's put Bolo Young in there, I don't know. And here we have Bruce Lee and Mr. Han in the mirror fight. Bruce is obviously looking at Mr. Han, but no, he's behind him. Weird. Absolutely weird. Game of Death. Another very darkly printed image. Very, very soft and just not working for me. In the synopsis to Game of Death, he says, the game takes place in a 5-story pagoda with Lee having to fight his way up the levels against increasingly skilled opponents. Along the way, Lee meets a female fighter named Anne and forms an alliance with her. Not in any of the versions I've ever seen or ever read about, so I don't know what that's about. Pretty awful film anyway. Behind the scenes, here it says, Bruce and producer Fred Weintraub had an amazing time collaborating on the set of Game of Death. No, they didn't. As far as I know, this is when Fred came to see Bruce and offered him the lead in Warner Brothers' upcoming martial arts epics Blood and Steel, later renamed Enter the Dragon. As far as I'm aware, he had nothing to do with Game of Death at this particular time. Game of Death movie posters, all the same again, apart from Game of Death 2, a completely different film. Another dark, soft image. Not liking that one either. A nice little featurette on the Way of the Dragon comic book. Some quotes from Bruce Lee, although that's actually Bruce Lee's character from Longstreet that says that. I know he repeats it in an interview he did later, but yeah. And Bruce Lee's most epic kicks. This one I'm pretty sure was just a publicity still. Don't think they ever filmed a fight between Bolo and Lee. Again, this one I'm pretty sure is a publicity still. Not sure that actually happens in the fight. I could be wrong there, but this one I'm definitely right on. Number 7, Stopping Han in Enter the Dragon. This is a flying kick from The Big Boss, film made 2 years before Enter the Dragon. And then we have this hideous collection of caricatures. Don't like this at all. And the end, Bruce Lee waving goodbye, but also Bruce Lee walking away in the same image. So, all in all, a very disappointing purchase. For what you get, you shouldn't really be paying more than £10 for that, but I would highly recommend avoiding this. A big disappointment. I'm very sorry I wasted my money on it. Sorry to have such a downer video, but I had to put this out there just to make sure that other people don't get ripped off, as this is what I consider it, a complete rip-off. That's the end of the video, and thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.